Our 2-week-long Vikings national nightmare has come to an end, as the national media finally reports what was obvious to anyone who was paying any attention whatsoever to what the Vikings were saying and doing and acting, that Aaron Rodgers is not going to be the Vikings quarterback. Thank God. There's no need for that narcissistic prick to be in the building with our young quarterback, the future of our franchise. The national media has gone out of their way to discredit themselves and prove themselves to be nothing but national mouthpieces for agents and teams with agendas. Diana Rossini, Mike Florio, Tom Pelissero have all gone out of their way to take their integrity and throw it on a bonfire and throw gasoline and light it with a match. You have them out there repeating agent propaganda. Everyone knows this was Aaron Rodgers' agent fueling this to the max. To the max. If there was a discussion in Egan, if there was a discussion in Egan, it probably went like this. Aaron Rodgers? Nah. End of discussion. End of discussion. If it went any farther, it was, can you guys just stay quiet for a while I get my client a little bit of leverage? Because Harrison Smith is represented by the same agent as Aaron Rodgers. So there could have been that too. But in all seriousness, I highly doubt there was any interest by the Minnesota Vikings. So we can move forward knowing that this is JJ McCarthy's team, as it always has been, as the Vikings have been saying from day one. They moved up in the draft to get him. A lot of people seem to forget that. They traded up. They had to jump the Denver Broncos, who were also looking to get a young quarterback. They had to jump up a pick in order to get him.
Breaking news! Breaking news!
Oh boy!
The Vikings are on the clock. Get the flag! All right. So we're still waiting for details here, but the Minnesota Vikings have traded into the 10 spot. It looks like a 4th-round pick. So
the Vikings didn't want to get jumped.
Yes.
They weren't willing to get jumped here.
That means that the Broncos, the Raiders were probably knocking on the door. So the Vikings and the Jets have swapped picks, and the Vikings are on the clock at 10. Let me ask you guys this. Is there a world in which this isn't JJ McCarthy? Tyler.
There obviously is a world where this isn't JJ McCarthy, but the only reason I think they would do that is if they wanted Roma Odunze and he's gone. Like, I think this has
Oh, you're saying the Vikings.
Yeah.
This guy, Byron Murphy's the only other name, or like a cornerback, Terrion Arnold. But like, if they were to like go through all of this and then just not take JJ McCarthy, the fan base might shut down. Like,
I mean, it's a non-zero chance, right? It's a non-zero chance.
So the Vikings are getting
Here's the trade.
from the Jets 10 and 203. The Jets now get 11. The Vikings 129 and 157.
Oh, so the Vikings kept 108 then.
So the Vikings obviously paid a bit of a price to get into the top 10 to draft their guy. And again, the national media seem to totally forget that they had to use assets in order to go and get him. That doesn't seem to matter, though. They just seem to forget that and just become mouthpieces. And you could hear the excitement of the fan base. Let's go to the moment.
Hey, Phil. It's happening.
With the 10th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select quarterback JJ McCarthy. Get the flag!
And from that moment, it was excitement. It was excitement in the fan base. We had a young quarterback who went into training camp and was starting to look real good and went into that Vegas game against the Raiders and looked like a professional quarterback ready to take the reins until
an update on JJ McCarthy. He did, undergo surgery actually this morning on that meniscus. It was led by our team doctor, Dr. Chris Larson at TCO. It was a successful procedure, but it did reveal that a repair was necessary, which will end JJ's 2024 season. As crushed as I am for our team and the excitement that we had in our building, I know our fan base felt the same way, especially after seeing him perform really well the other day at US Bank Stadium. I'm the most crushed for JJ, but as our fans either have already come to find out or will in the future, this guy is so motivated and so dialed in. As excited as I was to draft him, he's confirmed everything that I hope to see, not only early on through training camp, through his performance last Saturday, but our fan base and everyone should just be, excited about the fact that we've got our young franchise quarterback, I believe, in the building. And now it's about the unique aspect of continuing a very critical development process for him.
that critical development process took place during the entire season, with him making leaps and bounds through that season, to watching him lift Sam Darnold up on his shoulders with the rest of the team after that Green Bay game. Only if everybody knew after that. But he's been grinding. He's been grinding. This is 4 days after the end of the season, the playoff game loss.
McCarthy, though, I mean, from a physical standpoint alone, like, where is he at, and like, how can you kind of think about what he might do until he's at that point?
Yeah, he's on the field, throwing and training. I try and go get a walk in before I talk to you guys, so I don't talk as quickly. That's what people tell me. I talk a little quick sometimes. So I was in there, and he was actually in there doing some, those cool quarterback thrusty things that Dak does. With weights, he was in there doing them. He looks great. He's excited. You talk about a kid who's just obsessed with football and loves being around the game. So we're excited about what we have in him. We're excited for this offseason for him. It's a big offseason. And then, we'll continue from there.
4 days after the end of the season, a devastating playoff loss. Granted, he was on injured reserve, so he wasn't, physically beat up from the season, but everybody else is taking off. He's still at the facility. He's still at the facility grinding and working. And every move since that press conference to today, being the 20th of March, has been to improve this team with JJ McCarthy in mind. That offensive line is built to protect JJ McCarthy. This is from Twitter. Will Fries is in the new Vikings interview on YouTube. I met JJ this morning. He's beyond fired up. Guy's got a ton of energy. Playing with him seems like he's got a good routine already. High praise from one of the best guards in the league. JJ was at the facility. Got to meet his new center and his new guard. He's still at the facility. He's still grinding. He's all football all the time. The Vikings have done nothing to make anyone believe anything other than this was JJ McCarthy's team from the moment Sam Darnold left. When he walked off that field against the Rams, it was JJ's team. And if you were paying attention and you listened to their words and watched their actions, especially after the season, it was clear this was JJ McCarthy's team. And the national media has proven that they cannot be listened to. You should have no confidence in any of the hot takes or rumors that they come out with, because they are just the mouthpieces for the agents and the teams with the agendas. That said, I'm excited. We're moving forward. It's JJ McCarthy's team. We have an offensive line to block it for him. We got a decent running back. Aaron Jones is back. We signed the guy from the 49ers. We're going to draft one. I guarantee it. We're going to be a tough team this year. I'm excited. But I just got fed up. Literally just got fed up with this 2 weeks of madness, hearing this prima donna narcissistic prick was going to be on this team. And you just knew it. If you paid attention, you just knew this wasn't true. So again, the national media, whether it comes to sports or other subjects, just go out of their way to discredit themselves. They all have their agenda. Unfortunately, none of it's the truth. With that, I thank you. And if you like it, hit like, subscribe, and share it with a friend. And JJ's team, Skull Vikings.